Hello everyone, odedex here, welcome to episode 42 of my Student Let's Play. I've been mainly doing some more enchants off-screen, gathering experience and looking for enchants. I may have found some interesting stuff, but still no real groundbreaking things like repair or charging, unfortunately. I did find a Soul Stealer, which is interesting. However, there is actually a problem. If you look closely, you'll see that this chest right now doesn't receive anything because I actually stopped my quarries. Right now I have a hole back here. Since both of my quarries actually reached the level of them finding actually things apart from cobblestone, the things that needs to be processed, my single magmatic engine just cannot manage it. Now, I did think about adding another magmatic engine. It's actually something I'm going to do. However, that's a band-aid solution. I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to upgrade to industrial craft system. And yeah, it's going to be quite big. Let's first get this thing done. So let's also output lava to the top slot. So yellow on the top. And I will need some more conduits. The other thing I wanted to do is actually, this is where I'm going to combine it with my processing unit, is actually, instead of wasting all that blaze rods that I have apart from my 64 stacks, I can start actually using them by generating fuel. And I'm going to show you how exactly. Let's get this done. Okay, so this is rotated like this. This is extracting. This can actually also go up. However, I'll still need this anyway. Okay, so now basically, yeah, that's kind of a band-aid solution, just so my machines can unclog their problems. Like they really have big, I don't know, a big backlog of those things that needs to be processed. Anyway, blaze rods can be used in a generator to produce EU. As you can see, 6k EU at 10 EU per tick in a generator. Meaning that over 600 seconds, I think. No, actually no. 600 ticks, which is like what? 30 seconds? 30 seconds to produce 6k EU. Now that's not too much, but hey, for something that I get already for free and I'm simply throwing out to the trash because I don't have anywhere to store it, then why not? Okay, so let's get started. First, I'm going to need to create my new processing unit. I'm gonna go with macerators and induction furnaces, and of course create the required upgrades for them. I'm gonna start with 2 of each and simply apply overclocker upgrades to them and then expand from there. It will be easier to do. So let's get everything I need and we'll get started. Alright, so I think I got everything I need, hopefully. No, oh no, actually I got everything I need. Okay, so first I'm gonna get started by actually getting some more copper wire, because I'm going to use a lot of it, and actually get some more electronic circuits because I'm going to use them as well. Okay, so let's get started by creating 2 induction furnaces. So I'm going to need copper ingots, that's fine, 2 advanced machine blocks. So let's create 2 machine blocks. I'm going to need 4 of those in total for my macerators as well, so we can solve that problem right now. Okay, so I've got 2 of those. And I'm going to need electric furnaces, which requires an iron furnace, which is created like this. So first, let's create 2 of those cobblestone furnaces to conserve some iron. And I did need some normal iron, of course. Forgot that. Okay, so 2 iron furnaces. And with redstone electronic circuits, you get the electric furnaces, and with advanced machine blocks and some copper, you get induction furnaces. Okay, so 2 induction furnaces, and I'm going to need 2 macerators. So flint, rather simple. Actually, I think I can just do this. Yep. Okay, so 2 macerators, and there we go. Now, in addition, since unfortunately industrial craft isn't as advanced as thermal expansion machines and don't have those output areas, I'm going to need some more room here. So I think I'm going to do the simplest thing. I'm simply going to expand my room over there. Simply break the wall and make it bigger, make the room bigger. So I'm probably going to do this off screen. Yeah, so see you guys in a second. Alright, so I got the room expanded pretty much by about, I think, 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 blocks. Maintaining the same floor shape. We simply, yeah, simple math. So there are 2 problems right now. First, well, that's not a problem. The first one is not a problem. I'm going to need to replace everything. The second thing is a problem. There is no nice way to get my electricity to the sorting machine here. So I'm probably gonna have to move it and reset it. Probably gonna have to move it here and reset it. The problem is I like this filter. So I'm going to find a solution for this. However, the final plan is having like the macerator row here. Everything that comes out of them, whether the filters, tubes, everything goes like to the right, and then my induction furnaces, and then the rest. So yeah, let me see how I'm going to solve this. Either way, I can start breaking away these tubes because I did stop my quarry from running. My quarries, 2 quarries, they stopped for now, and I'm just waiting for my 2 magmatic engines to catch up and finish everything that still needs to be processed here. Ooh, it's quite a lot more than I thought. Yeah, I really had to make that change. This is not even close to being able to keep up. Either I would need to add a lot more magmatic engines, or any other type of Buildcraft power for that matter, but yeah, there is a huge backlog here. Okay. Alright, so I started creating the template of what I'm going to do. Pretty much plan to have it looking like this. This will be my input for my things that needs to be macerated. Here I'm gonna have this 1 block difference on purpose because this is where I'm gonna have to place my transposers. They will be transposing directly into hoppers or relays. I don't know, I may change this into relays eventually. And then there will be my induction furnaces here, where a tubing network from here will also be able to come from the side, and this is where things needs to be processed not by maceration but smelting. And here I'm gonna have again my transposers into relays, and then again the relays will be another entry point for things that simply don't need to be processed at all but directly stored. So I think I've pretty much nailed it. Power will come from below, and here I'm gonna have a block of air in order to keep this induction furnaces running at all time with either redstone or something else. I don't know, I'm gonna find something. But yeah, I think that pretty much nails it. I'm still waiting for these pulverizers to finish. And yeah, probably I'm gonna have to move this sorting network over here. So it won't be in the middle of the room. It will also be easier for me to actually get electricity instead of getting like wires in the middle of the room. It'll look nice. It will look nicer. Yep. Okay, so let me get this done. Okay, so pretty much I did like this. Moved my ender chest here. My filter is still going down with a slightly longer tubing network. My sorting machine looks rather the same. This right now looks like this. The thing is, I'm using induction furnaces. Now, induction furnaces cannot be upgraded. That may prove to be a bad idea, but for now I'm gonna go with them to conserve overclockers and transformers. But that means that for now I can only use medium voltage. I don't know if I'm gonna need anything more than that, but yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna get started by creating a transformer upgrade each for my macerators, so they can, both of them, accept medium voltage, which again, for now that's the maximum thing I can do. I can't do anything more, even if I'd like to. So let me get 2 of them. one for each one. And I do plan to get, yeah, I think 8 overclockers to each of them, so they can run extremely fast, or like they will be able to keep up with my current query system no matter what. I mean, 8 overclocker upgrades for this is insane. It will also consume a lot of energy, but I do plan to have a large surplus. If my blaze rods are not enough, I'm probably gonna route some energy from here. There is no reason not to. Okay, so I will need a lot of overclockers, and for that, yeah, it's gonna be quite a boring process to get all those coolant cells. Let me get to that. Okay, so I actually wasn't even counting anything, and I got exactly what the amount I wanted. I thought I may even be getting a spare, but I didn't. So let's have 8 overclockers each. Alright, so I have my macerators with, just need to get some relays. Actually, let's get the relays. I will need them. Probably, yeah, I'm gonna need some more relays. Let me get them. Alright, so I've got my fair share of relays, got 8, a lot more than I needed. I can, yeah, I think I can break all of this down. I could actually use, does the crescent hammer also works on machines? Yep, right, shift right clicking, sure, why not, I'll take that. Okay. And I can officially break these guys. They're still, oh, they stopped storing now right now. Okay, let's just break them. Okay, officially this system has done its job and is no longer necessary and is hereby terminated. Okay, I also got this battery that stored some energy. Sure, I'll take that. And this thing. Okay, so now I'll be wasting slightly less, not wasting, but using slightly less lava. Not that much less. My big my big consumers are the geothermal generators and magmatic engines in my mining gauge, but still, I'll be consuming slightly less. Okay, now let me see what I'm going to do about the generator here. Alright, so actually let's get everything done except for the generators. Everything is ready just except for that. So the relays, I will need to rotate them like this. So they push things in the top. Let's just make sure that they do. Yep, it goes to the top. And from the side will be collected here. Again, 2 additional relays, 1 and 2. Again, let's make sure. I actually want to make sure that it can go to both slots. And this is not obvious. It may not actually work. Yep. Oh, it works. Okay. I had a feeling that it wouldn't work because this is red power and this is built, not buildcraft, but industrial craft, and sometimes they don't exactly work well together. But it does work, so it's cool. Yeah, and simply, well, yeah, just can do this. Just rotate them. And get some more tubes. Where are they? So this used to be my blue network. This is my yellow network. And this will be my black network. Let's have room for theoretically 2 more of each. So 1, 2 blocks here, and this will go 1, 2. Let's do it like this, and like this. Okay, there we go. So there is theoretically space for 2 more, still with no touching. Although I can just use covers, but you know. And I think just need to recolor them, of course. That will be a good idea. I'm gonna need my 3 brushes. So just making sure. Blue stuff is maceration, so that will go to the top. Yellow stuff is smelting, so that will go here. And black stuff is nothing that needs to be anything. Okay, and that will obviously switch my current relays like this. This can break, and there we go. Okay, last thing I do still need to do actually is turn all of those transposer on a timer. So I'm gonna do that actually rather simply. Let's get a timer. I will need some, let's get some more strips. That will be a good idea. Actually, let's get a bunch of covers as well, if I'm at it. So this is panel, I'm gonna need covers. Okay, so change 64 of them into strips. That's actually a lot more than I thought I would get. Never mind. And have it looking like so. One here, and here, and again here and here. My timer will be here. I'm gonna have to relocate that. And some alloy wire will be going here. Oh, I need another strip. And here. There we go. Okay, so this is again very easily expandable. You can just get more transposers and just expand on it. Have that timer run on every half a second, on every 0.6 seconds for now. I may actually, okay, let's try like this. If it doesn't work, I'm just gonna go for filters because they can pull more than one item at a time. A transposer can only do one. But yeah, let's just go like this, and again, the lever. So for any reason, if I want to shut it down, I can do it. Yeah, and only thing remaining to do is get power in here. And actually, I will need a torch and some normal redstone to actually keep my induction furnaces working. So very simple, very brutal solution. Just keep redstone signal in here. Again, very expandable. Yeah, last thing remaining to do, get power. Let's see how I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I'm going to use fiber cables. This is, again, I don't have too many diamonds, I know, but I do want to start standardizing this. Start using only fiber cables because eventually they're the most pricey ones and I may not need them here, but they're, I don't know, I like just using the same thing all over the place and it will be easily upgraded later. So I'm probably gonna have this going down here with the cables expanding here when needed, and same thing will be here. So the cable will go from down here and then easily expanded, where these two will connect down here, and right here will actually be my power source, which I still need to exactly figure out how I'm going to get it here. Can replace that block for now. I think I'm gonna simply go for an MFE, which is the medium level energy storage network, energy storage block, not network. And from that MFE, I'm gonna have an array of generators being able to accept all those blaze rods. I will need to figure out how many exactly blaze rods am I generating per set amount of time, so I can tell how many generators do I need to actually keep up, and on the contrary, not be too much. Like I can create obviously too much. What the hell is going on? Why can't I find generators? Generator. What's all this wood doing here? Oh, it all looks for. Okay. So for a generator, I'm going to need a lot of batteries, machine blocks, and furnaces. Now generators are always useful, so there is no reason not to create a lot of them. So let me get a stack of tin, stack of redstone, and I can get rid of some of this junk for now. and I will need redstone tin, and I will need some copper cables, which I think I used. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, so batteries, unfortunately you cannot actually shift click because they have a problem. Let's start with 8. Again, as I said, this is never too much, you're always gonna need them. So I'm going to generator and a machine block and a normal furnace for each one. So exactly 8 again. And I will need a stack of cobblestone to get 8 furnaces. Like this. And like, oh, they don't recognize batteries. Okay. Okay, so 8 generators. It's gonna be rather simple, nothing too special about it. Basically, the MFE will be the block right here. There will be an array like this, and I'm gonna assume that 4 generators is what I'm going to need to start with. So let's do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm actually gonna need to make sure that the tubing network can insert items from the top, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. However, I will need to change the routing system for my blaze rods downstairs, and I will need some more constriction tubes. So I'm gonna need these tubes, I'm gonna need this restriction tube. I think it's enough. This and no, I will want another one. Yeah, I'm gonna need another restriction tube. Meantime, yeah, let me do some order here. Okay, so I will need an additional restriction tube, and you'll very soon understand why. And I hope this is enough tubes. Okay, so this is gonna change slightly. Actually, I need another restriction tube. I thought I had one more here. Let me get one. Okay, so the first change is add a restriction tube here. So right now, that barrel just became the second priority, at least. There will be a third priority, trust me. And this system will be moving. Okay, so this is now the second priority. I will need the top priority to be my generators. Now, let's see, how can I route this without creating too much of a mess? It shouldn't be too hard. Okay, so first I'm assuming that there will be no problem here with red power tubes and generators. I hope I'm not too optimistic, but again, it shouldn't be a problem. I can't break this block, I believe. Okay, so I'm simply going to draw the tubing over here. Let's make sure that it's all connected. Okay, this is kind of ugly, but yeah, it doesn't actually matter. Okay, so this will go here, and I will need to remove these blocks. Okay, I'm gonna require to clear it. Oh, it's actually a lot closer than I thought. So it will come down here. I will need more tubes, yep. And up here, and over here. And yeah, I'm gonna need more tubes. Let me get some. Alright, so I got the final tubes that I still need. Let me complete the network here. So these tubes go here. And now, at the current state, my barrel is a second priority because from that intersection there, it seems to be 5,000 tubes away, where this is like what, 30 tubes away? Now, why did I get two restriction tubes instead of one? There is a very specific reason why I did that. First, let me actually set it up. So it will be looking like this. And obsidian and the void. There is a very specific reason why I got 2 restriction tubes instead of 1. The obvious way to think about is, yeah, this is obviously closer, and then this is 5,000 tubes away, so if it doesn't come here, it can come there. And from the first intersection, this is 5,000 tubes away plus like what, 20, and the barrel is only 5,000 tubes away. The problem is that sometimes blaze rods may still start bouncing here. And if they start bouncing here and then realize that, hey, they actually have nowhere to go, I want them to then take this transposer into void ending, or whatever we call it, like a second priority again, because now this solution is at 10,000 tubes away, in contrast to my barrel, which is 5,000 tubes away, and I always prefer storage over destroyment. Like, I always prefer storing them over destroying them. So this is why I'm using 2 restriction tubes. I hope you guys understand the logic. Okay, there is a problem here. Yep, I had a feeling something would go wrong. I'm gonna need to route the tubes to go to the down and not to the top. Actually, that's my bad. I forgot that you need to do it. Let's quickly cut this off. And I'm going to use my wrench to take out those generators. You actually don't need to use lossless on generators. I think the chance for them to break into machine blocks is so low it doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's have the tubing go like this. What will happen if the generator is connected on the side? Does it go anywhere? Yeah, it goes to the top. Okay, let's just make this 1 tube longer. Not a big deal. So something like this. Okay, so my generators are here, and here, and here, and here. Glass fiber cables come here. Here I'm going to have the MFE, and this is where the fibers connect. So I'm just going to need the MFE, and I'm pretty much ready to go. Let me get one. Forgot that an MFE requires 4 diamonds. I do have 4 diamonds, but I don't have much more than 4 diamonds. Yeah, I got 5 diamonds, so this entire thing is quite costly. But again, it's very much worth it. I know that for a fact. I'm gonna use that. That processing unit is going to be what I'm going to use from now on. So it's going to be very, very useful. Did I use all my refined iron? Okay, I did make another batch here, but it will be a good idea to create some more. Okay, so this, I will need some golden cables. So let's get the energy crystals first. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think I can craft this. Okay, so the MFE. So again, let's make sure everything should have a transformer upgrade, so nothing should explode, and the induction furnaces can accept medium voltage by default. There is no problem there. So let's add the MFE like this. Nothing exploded. It's of course not generating as fast as it's storing. Like, oh, it's connected here. Okay, never mind, that's gonna get just simply filled up and then being ignored. Doesn't matter. Let's see if I start spreading those generators with blaze rods. Yeah, it's still producing less than it's being outputted. But the actual test is to see how much can I generate versus how many blaze rods do I get. So that's the actual test. And I think I can also start powering my quarries back up again. Why don't these guys heat up? Okay, I guess they don't take a redstone signal from a nearby block, but we'll need to require a direct signal from either a torch or maybe red alloy wire. Let's just get a torch and get on with it. Okay, so my induction furnaces are running, everything gets power. Let's turn my mining gauge back on and simply increase the output of my energy cell. And let's see how it holds up. Both if I got everything right here and also how it holds up with this new system. Okay, so this is fine. Things that doesn't need to be processed isn't being processed. Okay, let me give it some time until I actually hit something that needs to be processed. Okay, so I encountered my first problem, probably. I don't know why, but this transposer refuses to take items out. Now, I don't know if that's a problem with the macerator or that's a problem with the transposer. Is this one taking things out? Oh, that redstone signal kept them on. Okay, let's see. How can I not do that? Okay, red alloy wire doesn't connect like this. I could do this and add some strips here. So this way the transposers would ignore the redstone signal. However, I will need to power this separately. But at least I can get my transposers to work. Actually, it will be a better idea to place this one first. It should look like this, and another one should look like this. Okay, let me get some of what I need. Alright, so I brought myself a torch. Simply gonna place it here for now. That's the easiest solution. And replace the alloy wire like this. Whoops. Okay, so now they're taking things out and things are being macerated. And that's the good thing I like about induction furnaces. They can actually... Okay, why isn't this working now? Oh, the direct signal keeps it up, I guess. Let's see. Yep, direct signal from the alloy keeps it up. Okay, I'm simply gonna trust my induction furnaces to be kept up on the entire time by simply I would add my fiber cables here, but I remember I have a bad experience with that because fiber cables start acting weird when they have too many intersections, and that will be too many intersections. So yeah, okay, I'm simply gonna trust my induction furnaces to stay up by simply processing, and when they're not processing, they're simply gonna shut off. I may be able to do it with a retriever, but I don't want to use a retriever. So yeah, I'm simply gonna have to rely on them turning on when they process and turn off when they don't. There is no cleaner solution here. There is no nice solution that I can think of right now. At least nothing that keeps it that compact. Ooh. Okay, now I'm producing the different kind. Okay, so the thermal expansion version of iron and copper is different. It's probably gonna be different for silver as well. I'm gonna need to reprocess all of those copper and tin ingots. Okay, so yeah, the episode length has been quite reached a good point. I did get this done, so I finally got an upgraded processing unit that is also expandable. No, the previous one was expandable, but this one is also expandable. I will do a lot of monitoring off screen on how this works with the blaze rods, generation versus consumption, and also monitor what's ever going on here. Oh, seems fine actually. Okay, so yeah. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.